Hello, everybody. For the close reading assignment, I've decided to take a closer look at the conversation between Hedda Tessman and Elliot Lovberg in the story Hedda Gabler by Henrik Ibsen. The specific scene in question takes place from pages 883 to 884. I chose this scene in particular because it sheds light on Hedda's character, and I argue based on this conversation that she's a sociopath. This is supported by the dialogue between the two characters as they reveal to the audience their complex history of past intimacy. Now, when we talk about the settings and the characters in this scene, it takes place in in the Tessman's room immediately after Lovberg's arrival. Judge Brack and Mr. Tessman moved over to the rear room to drink and converse with each other. Hedda, meanwhile, decides to keep Lovberg company by sharing photos from a photo album of a recent trip. She sits on the far end of the sofa, and Lovberg, wanting to be close to Hedda, sits on her left side in a chair. Hedda initially acts casually, but Lovberg is not paying attention to the photos, choosing instead to make things personal and question her marriage to Mr. Tessman. Much then is revealed about their previous intimate relationship, and it's through these revelations where her sociopathic tendencies come to fruition. So, as far as major themes are concerned, we see the themes of freedom and boredom that play along together, and then manipulation. Hedda had already revealed her boredom of her marriage to Mr. Tessman after the whole Judge Brack pistol fiasco. But she states it again this time to Lovberg in their conversation. Hedda expressed her desire to feel alive and to have her desires fulfilled, in contrast to her marriage with Mr. Tessman. Then, Hedda probes Lovberg with questions about his and Thea Elfsted's relationship, and Lovberg confides these secrets to Hedda regarding the positive influence that she's had in getting him sober. By doing this, she inserts herself emotionally into Lovberg's life once again to acquire influence. She does this out of jealousy for Thea and wanting control over somebody's life. And by doing this, like I said, she inserts herself emotionally into Lovberg's life to acquire influence, and then this will lead into the downfall to alcoholism in the next few pages, past the chosen selected passage. When we take a further analysis of this story, we see that when Lovberg confesses his current creative fulfillment to Thea, Hedda cruelly and jealously responds with coldness and sarcasm. She uses their history to undermine his present happiness, making it clear that she resents Thea's positive influence. Hedda cannot tolerate this and sets out to ruin Lovberg's reformed life. This maliciousness is a clear sign of her sociopathic lack of empathy. And then also, we see Lovberg asking Hedda multiple times if she ever felt any love for him in their past relationship. And Hedda basically shrugs this off as nothing. She shrugs the relationship off as nothing, and Lovberg states that she nearly shot him the night that they broke up. This is a clear indication of Hedda's emotional detachment. If Hedda felt any empathy or love for Lovberg, then she would never in her right mind put him in any danger. This lack of empathy further paints Hedda Tessman as a sociopath. And so when we connect the passage to the overall themes previously discussed, so we see that Hedda's manipulation of Lovberg and Thea shows that she does not care about the emotional consequences of her actions. Her glee at driving Lovberg toward ruin is evidence of her cruelty. Ultimately, Hedda's actions in Act 2 are a self-serving and destructive quest for power, driven by her boredom and unfulfilled desires, and she uses Lovberg to create a diversion from her own misery, demonstrating a classic pattern of sociopathic manipulation. So in conclusion, I argue that Hedda Tessman is a real sociopath. This conversation that she has with Lovberg reveals her sociopathic tendencies brought about by the boredom of her life with Mr. Tessman and yearning for freedom. She uses Lovberg to create a diversion from her own misery, demonstrating a classic pattern of sociopathic manipulation. Hedda's actions towards Lovberg demonstrate her profound boredom and sociopathic tendencies, including manipulation and a lack of empathy. Hedda's actions are cold, calculated, and demonstrated of a complete lack of empathy for anyone. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you all for listening. Have a good day.